Who's your favorite type 3 celebrity? Besides me, of course. Just kidding. I am a type 3, though. Type 3 is that push forward dynamic movement. We tend to be a little louder, have a heavier foot plant, and a lot more movement in our faces. And today we're going to take a look at some famous type 3 celebrities. Some that you're going to go, duh, that makes sense. And some that you might go, really? But as you continue to learn the mechanics of facial profiling, you're going to see it in the faces of these celebrities. So that's a first step in this process. If you've not yet watched or you need a review, watch the type 3 facial profiling video. How does our true nature express in the lines, movement, and shapes of our facial features? It's very fascinating. It actually helps you understand people more quickly and be more relatable and have appropriate expectations when you're having an experience with them, which is great. I know it's been life-changing for a lot of parents to understand their child's true nature. So and you can always go to, if you don't know yours yet, go to dressingyourtruth.com/free offer, where I have my free course that starts with my energy profiling course, where I teach you about the 4 types and you can assess yourself. So check that out. Let's take a look at these famous type 3 celebrities. Looking at that. Now, which ones are like, oh yeah, I can totally see it. And what do you see that's the same in these faces? Of course, you need to know what you're looking for, and that's where the type 3 facial profiling video will help you. Anybody on here that you are thinking, no way, I would never think that. Now, you can go to the link in the copy where it will take you to the article, the blog post that has a list of over 100 type 3 celebrities, including more photos of other celebrities. So let's take to me who's the most obvious on. There's 3 men here that I think all are representing the same sort of type 3 fiery kind of attitude, the characters they played that were sort of the hot guys in the movies in 3 different periods of film. You've got Paul Newman, who's down at the bottom in the black and white photo, who was known as he's really hot and sexy guy. Then you move over to Robert Redford, who was in they were cast together in several movies, and they were known to kind of be really, because that is a reference to type 3s. They're hot and kind of sexy. And so we've got Robert Redford there. And then we've got the next generation that was Brad Pitt. And they all have the similar quality of this ruggedness in their face that's created by angles, texture, more dynamic lines in their face that just create this quality of movement. So you can see that similarity in these 3 guys. Yeah, we've got Michelle Obama, Celine Dion, Nicole Kidman, and Jennifer Lopez. Let's talk about these 4 women. You totally see it in Michelle Obama's swift eyebrows coming up. And she's a woman with her own, she's always been her own person, her own, what she values, what she believes in, kind of holding her own, independent, passionate about her own interests and causes, independent of her husband. So that's very much a quality of a type 3 in a very dynamic way, very passionate about it. Celine Dion, I mistyped her originally. I can't remember. I think I put her in type 4 originally. And I corrected that a few years ago where I was like, oh, she's a type 3. That volume, the substance of her voice, Although Barbra Streisand is a type 2, so I think they are compared a lot because of the iconic vocal power they have, but Barbra Streisand is a type 2. Celine Dion is a type 3. Nicole Kidman surprises some people. She has really healthy skin. She takes good care of herself. She looks great, but she has a very dynamic, hot, fiery energy that she brings to a lot of her characters. And interestingly, we see a lot of the type 2 in partnership with the type 3 energy. So Nicole Kidman is actually married to Keith Urban, who is a type 2. And if you watched last week's type 2 celeb video, you learn that Angelina Jolie is a type 2 who was formerly married to type 3 Brad Pitt. And I'm pretty sure Paul Newman's wife was a type 2 because I looked that up once. We've got Jennifer Lopez. I think she's pretty much a textbook type 3. Multiple mediums that she's been successful, which is, why be successful in one? The type 3s love results. Let's see. They love new challenges. Let's see how big I can go with this. And she is now married to the former baseball player. He has a new show on. Will you Google that real quick? His name. Just says. Okay, you Google that. I gotta think of his name. So he's a type 1, so we probably need to add him to the type 1 list. I don't think he's on there. He's a former one of the New York teams. I'm going to Google it real quick here for you. Some of you are probably answering it in the comment. It is. She used to be with Mark Anthony. Now she's with Alex Rodriguez. That's his name. He's a type 1. He's a cute guy. So a type 1 and a type 3, a lot of high movement in that relationship. You can actually learn about all of the, people will ask me, what's better, this type with this type? What's the best partnership? And there's no best. There's always going to be challenges and benefits of each combination. I actually teach that in my lifestyle content, where we have a whole rewarding communications course where I teach you about the pairing of every type with every type. There's a whole series of videos in there that are very fascinating because you can learn how to really draw on your strengths as a couple and what to be aware of to manage in more consciousness so you can make things better rather than it blowing up in your face. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and look forward to next week's Type 4 famous people. Who do you think's a Type 4? There's a lot of them out there. They get a lot of attention because they're so stunning in their appearance. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you watching.